want to repeat, the development-centered person in this party is number one. Vamunangagwa. Mazvinzwa. Ndiyo shasha iyoyo. Vamwe vese vamakuda kutsvaga vasvike pavari. Mazvinzwa ka? Saka ngamusape maaccolades kune vanhu vamangonhonga murodi. Movati ndo shasha. Number one ndi President Mnangagwa. Creator the prosperity yaita kuti vanhu vese vamakutaura vave pavo. Particularly after the Second Republic. I went one by one through what I said are the sinews of this economy. Tobacco, gold, the remittances of the diaspora, the steel industry, the restoration of Manicaland, the Baira porches, these are what creates economic fundamentals, the sinews of this economy. It doesn't come from these individuals who are trying to talk to. Saka uda kuvapire credit where they don't belong. Muda kutitengesa ndo zvanataura, we will not accept foisted heroes in this party. Don't foist us with your heroes. We will not accept foisted heroes. We know our heroes. Pano pa ZANU-PF. And those are not one of them. Musatsvage vanhu vomuroad moda kutipa panapa. We will not accept. It's very deep in ZANU-PF. If you think you can buy, try buying all the voters of Zimbabwe to power. Then to go now to the shoko. Now, if you try to use my electoral colleges, who are representative of party organs at that level at 10 particular time, we can always waive the rule book against you. Alternatively, we just deepen the electorate of ZANU-PF. Kana wangu wafunga kuti unotenga Central Committee tokukandira ma-DNC ipapo. Toona kuti unotenderera Zimbabwe yese uchivatenga here. Kana zvanetsa tobva takukandira ma-districts futi ipapo. Toona kuti unotendera Zimbabwe yese uchivatenga here. Kana zvanetsa tokukandira ma-branches. Utenderere Zimbabwe neshoko rako remari uchivatenga kuti vakuvhotere. Kana zvakunetsa tokuendesa kusero uchitenga futi. What I'm saying is that this is a party which has got a mass organization aspect. And when we go to vote, you don't go to vote by electoral colleges. You vote by the population of Zimbabwe. So ZANU-PF cannot afford to blink about appeal to popularity. Because if you do so, you get false leaders who will lose elections in 2028. Because the elections are done by mass universal suffrage. So for sheer survival as a party, we cannot afford to have electoral colleges of the party become substitute for the mass popular vote, which is the basis upon which we rule this country. What am I saying? Is don't attempt to use money or cars or what. Saka ukatenga vemuHarare province, woenda futi unotenga vekubulawayo, woenda futi unotenga vekwaMutare, vese uchivapa motikari, uchienda uchinotenga vekumaCentral, uchienda uchinotenga vekuMat North.
So Muchangwa was very clear. Izvezvi webva wanzi Sakunda yacho haisi yako. Kumanya, and above all, any day, any venue, Magandanga will always prevail over Gananda. So the battle lines are drawn. The time for quiet diplomacy has passed. What was once whispered in the corridors of ZANU-PF has been erupted into open confrontation. The recent clash between Vice President Constantino Chiwenga and his State Security Minister Love Mo Matuke, where liberation credentials were questioned and presidential ambitions accused, was not a mere disagreement. It was a declaration, and President Mnangagwa's abrupt cancellation of his UN trip, reportedly out of fear for his alliances, the likes of Safety, confirms what have long suspected. The battle lines have already been drawn in the sand. So this is no longer a contest of ideas, it is a struggle for control, legacy and survival. Reports that retired pro-Chiwenga military commanders are rejoining the Army's reserve for signal and strategic recalibration. These are not symbolic gestures, they are tactical moves. The military, long a kingmaker in Zimbabwean politics, appears to be repositioning itself. The Liberation War veterans, once the moral backbone of the ZANU-PF, are now divided between loyalty to Mnangagwa and allegiance to Chiwenga. The many believe was promised the presidency in a gentleman's pact. So Mnangagwa alleged plan to extend his rule to 2030 and elevate businessman Kudakwashe Tagwire as his successor for many liberation era comrades. This is not just a betrayal, it's a discretion of the struggle. Criminal Tagwire, viewed by critics as a symbol of elite corruption and unchecked influence, represents a new class of power that threatens to eclipse the revolutionary ethos that birthed ZANU-PF. So General Chiwenga's camps sees this as an existential threat, and Matuke's accusation that Chiwenga is fighting for power only confirms that the succession battle is no longer theoretical, it is active. Personal and volatile, this is a warning to all cadres, stakeholders and citizens. Neutral is no longer an option. The choices made in the coming weeks will determine whether Zimbabwe reclaims its founding values or descends into fictional chaos. The Politburo and the Central Committee are no longer a forum for policy. It is now a battlefield, and every move, every silence, every alliance will be remembered. The soul of the party is at stake, so is the future of the nation. History is watching, so